Talladega. How I missed this track so much this season because I personally feel like I have a chance to win this race. It's good to see you guys again. Me, Neko Darius, and let's go ahead and jump right on into what we got to work on. So, first things first, team management screen. We didn't really do anything with this last time we were here. Once we got back from Dover, Delaware, because I wanted to do that today. In our garage, we need to work on some things. First of all, let's repair the chassis. I told you guys, I'm done overhauling things for the season. I know that puts us in a bind because it seems like the AI have started kind of catching back up to where we are, which is what's leading to us kind of, lagging behind. Anyways, so first things first, we've got all of our best equipment for Talladega, but I know for a fact that I need to work on some other stuff. So our first body will be body number 1. And I know we currently are at Talladega. There's no way I can make this work yet. But if we go down to the overhaul screen and we'll have more downforce, we can take a chassis for $190,000 and change it to a different type. Super speedway, generic again, short track, or even road course. I'm planning for speedway. Now, hear me out. We got 2 races, right? We've got Talladega, and then after Talladega, I forgot, but you'll see where I'm going with this. By the end of the season, we're going to have more speedway races left over. I think it's like 3 to end the season. We got Phoenix, we've got Atlanta, and then we got Homestead. Those are 3 speedway tracks, and we really need to work on those speedway tracks to make sure that we're going to have our best options, best opportunity to possibly win the Rookie of the Year championship, which I am calling a championship. Everybody knows that the Rookie of the Year isn't really a championship, but it's something that I want to win because I can rub it in everybody's face that I won the Rookie of the Year. So, with 3 races, and you guys seen already how thrifty I am with the parts and the pieces and the bodies, outside of when I'm trying to wreck Rusty Wallace. Okay, I'm really trying to wreck Rusty. Anyway, we'll have 3 races time. And the 3 speedway races, maybe even 4 speedway races at the end of the year, if we have a good body that fits that speedway mold, I think personally, we're gonna have a real threat of a car, personally speaking. So I'm gonna put in the money now. We're gonna not have this body for another 2 races, which is Talladega and then of course the race after. But when we get towards the end of the season, this body should be our true silver bullet that will pierce through the heart of the Rookie of the Year championship and actually get us the dub. But that's also a lot of wishful thinking. It all comes down to me not screwing it all up. So that's the reason why we're going to go ahead and overhaul. The only time I'm going to overhaul this car body after the speedway race with our best chassis or our best body, I will, or super speedway. And once the speedway one is done, I will convert body number 4 to a super speedway chassis for next season for the Daytona 500, which will be the last overhaul I'll do, I promise. But I just wanted to make sure I got that part out of the way. I wanted to go into next season and I wanted to finish this season with the best body we have and go into next season with a really, really good drafting body for Daytona. That's what my plan is. Hopefully you guys understood all that. It was a lot. Anyways, everything is now in the shop and is being worked on. We've got to go to Talladega, Alabama. You know, fun fact, I've been to Alabama quite a few times. Love the track. Also, we have a brand new, paint design. Hopefully you guys like it for Talladega. This scheme right here, to me, is like saying, we're coming for the top 14 because we're within a shot of top 14 in the standings. And we've got a car that can possibly carry us to that spot. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the shop. I have been saving this equipment for Talladega ever since I saw Talladega back on the schedule. Our best chassis with 65 tire grip and 61 tire wear, 72 durability. Our best motor, 64 power, 62 efficiency, 71 durability, as if anybody cares about durability. And then our best car body we've got, the best one with a little bit more downforce than I kind of want for a super speedway track. No big deal. 66 downforce, 60 drafting, and I believe that this car with a 66 car rating will be the key to our victory. Let's go ahead and go to Talladega and see what we've got. So let's go ahead and take you guys a lap around Talladega Speedway, super speedway. For those that have never been to Talladega, you guys would probably not believe me, but the start finish line is right there. So you come down into turn 1 with as much speed as possible, get into turn 1 and try to keep it as low as possible. Right as close to the yellow line as possible without going down there. Then you let the car kind of rebound, come back up, and you swing it back across it just ever so slightly. And you see how you got your speed, right? So you're speeding it in. Now you come and dive into turn 3. Get it as low as you can. Now you don't want to overbind the springs. You don't want the springs to be overbound through 3 and 4. Come up off of 3 and 4. Come down to the front stretch. Now the front stretch is really wide. You go through the tri-oval. Start finish line is not here. And you'll complete your 1 lap at Talladega right there. And that's why Talladega is the best track for NASCAR, because it always produces some of the greatest finishes in real life and sometimes even in NASCAR Thunder. All right, now that I've given you guys a lap around the track, let's say we go ahead and qualify this piece and see what we can do when the race is officially on the line. So when I was running that solo lap just a minute ago, you guys saw I was already down low. I haven't gotten my car wound up, so I'm going to try to take as long of a line as possible to allow the car to kind of wind up in speed. You got a restrictor plate in this car, so it takes a while for the car to really get up to full song. So usually the longer it is, the better. It's counter. It's like a counterintuitive, counterproductive thing. You also don't want to touch the wall when you're this high up, nor do you want to scrub off too many miles per hour either. So I'm gonna stay up here even through the tri-oval. And you see there's a stark difference from lap 1 to lap 2. I wanted to be as low as possible without losing too much speed. So I wanted to make sure I stayed above 180 miles an hour. Now I'm going down the backstretch as low as possible. I decided to wash it up just a little bit. That way we didn't coil bind, which is our springs. We got 180. I'm going to be as low as possible, but if I go below the yellow line, it will scrub off speed. Come back up.
We're in the top half. We'll be fine.
And we got 19th. Not bad, but better than before.
Welcome to today's NASCAR Winston Cup Series event, the EA Sports 500, live on MRN from the Talladega Superspeedway in Alabama. Racing doesn't get any more exciting than this, Barney.
Let me sum it up for you all. 2.6 miles, 4 lanes, 190 miles an hour. Just doesn't get much better. Let's just hope these guys can stay out of the big one.
What a great starting position for Sterling Marlin.
I could tell by the look on his face this morning how happy he was. I didn't even have to ask. Great to see him starting up front for a change.
The 53 car is really engaged in a battle on the track with Jeff Burton.
Yeah, that's true, and maybe NASCAR needs to start taking a look at this situation. You got a guy who's really letting his emotions get the best of him, and it's possible his judgment is a little impaired on the racetrack.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
The game decided to give Rusty Wallace a top 10 start again because I screwed him up last time. But we're 19th. I also need the journalist to figure out what the actual truth is. I don't really care about the 99 car. It's really the 2 car I care about. He's just been unfortunately in the same areas as I have been. So this is our first race with our best car. Now the goal is to not ruin this car because I like it. So if I get to the 23 or the 99, I'm going to play nice with those guys and just kind of, you know, I'll share a draft with the 99. Don't need him being a real big enemy, and Kenny will eventually just fall off. He's probably just mad because I've been beating up on his brother weekend and week out. So we're not looking the greatest right now, but it's because of the fact we just don't have as much drafting help. The curse of the rookie stripe really plays a factor. Oh, move out the way, Wallace. You're not a serious threat right now. He's like a 46 negative. He's not going to do anything about it. He's all talk. All bark, no bite. Really need Kurt Busch to not drive on my outside like this. 01 is outside. At my quarter.
Keep him behind you if you can. We draw back a spot. Let's push it. You're clear.
Not a big deal. I kind of wanted to be in the draft for this anyway, so I appreciate the 01 finally coming down to work with me. Finance got to stick together.
Number 12, it's up high. Still there. 1593. That's a quick one, buddy. Keep it up.
Need Jerry Nadeau to not like slide across to my front bumper, because I'm gonna hook him if he's not careful. He literally just slid. He just chattered his whole rear end across my bumper. I don't know how you can do that, but he did.
Halfway on fuel.
All right, we're halfway at 4 laps in.
Number 01 is outside. Clear on both sides.
What did I just tell you? Nadeau was sitting there chattering his nose, or his rear bumper across my nose, and it was going to lead to him getting almost turned. And what did y'all just see? Him almost get turned. Not a big deal. But we did lose a little bit more time to the leaders, which is going to hurt my strategy.
Whoa, that was a quick lap. Interval between you and the leader is 4.5.
So I'm going to share draft with Nadeau this time. And hopefully that will lead us to kind of working a little bit better together. Maybe he's just a little nervous considering how I've been driving everybody else and he thinks I'm going to do the same to him. Not the case, but never know.
The 97 car is inside. Clear. Looks like some of the leaders are headed down pit road.
The 01 is going down too. So they're pitting on kind of early in my opinion. Lap 5 is a little too early for a pit stop.
1575. You're looking great from where I'm sitting. How's the car feel?
Let's try to avoid running out of fuel.
Got one down low. Everything okay with the car? Clear on both sides.
We weren't going to make it. We weren't going to make it. Let's get back up to speed and bring it down.
Almost out of gas. 56, 15. How you doing?
I tried to bring it down. It was a late decision and the car locked up. I didn't feel like I was safe enough to make it in. And rather than break the car, we'll try to go around one more lap here
The 4 car is exiting pit road.
and see what happens. We got 1 gallon of fuel left, which means we're probably going to run out as soon as we get down pit road. 7/10. This is our most efficient motor, so 4,
Right front's wearing
3/10,
Keep an eye on it.
2/10, 1/10. No speeding, no speeding, no speeding, no speeding.
One car down hits
All right, just give me right sides only and a full tank.
the pit road.
We got to make up the time.
On the wall. We're trying to to find out if this is a scheduled stop or if there is a problem with the car. But one car will be making a pit stop at this end of pit road.
Got screwed on this one, guys.
Hits his mark and the crew jumps the wall to begin to service this machine. It's going to be a 2-tire stop. They're also going to add 1.5 cans of fuel. Everything looks pretty routine on this end of pit road.
That was a veteran decision not to come it down, like bring it down.
No mistakes, good stop.
Watch the guys on the track.
Steele's going to be bearing down on me. I'm going to Kevin LePage.
All clear, buddy.
There's Joe Nemechek.
The 25 car.
All right, we're up to 10th now, but I'm still not fully up to speed. I'm still Kevin LePaging fully.
Far outside.
There we go. Kind of work my way up just a little bit. There we go.
We're clear.
Whew, 12th place. All right. We're in a better spot than we were before the pit stop. I mean, I do see the 01 back there, so probably a net gain of like 1 full position, but still better than what it was. Better than what it could have been. Because we could have wound up wrecked, and it could have been a caution, and then we'd be trying to fight our way up from like dead last. It could have been a number of things.
47.
So you know what? I'll take it.
7 seconds. 10, buddy. 10 laps to go. Your left front tire's a little worn.
Number 29 is gaining on you.
So we've got halfway to go. Try to get around to the 10 car here. Work with Johnny Benson.
Hold your line. He's still there. Be patient. That's another in the rearview mirror. Still there. Still beside you.
Trying to work with Johnny Benson here.
Clear, buddy.
JB is actually a little fast today. All right, we got him fully now. We got him fully with the share draft.
1573.
Keep running that line. That lap was fast. We've made it to the halfway mark.
Here we are, right on the back bumper. So we're gonna settle in and just kind of click off the laps. If we do anything, you guys will be the first to know. Stands right now, P10, a few seconds back from the leaders. I mean, if we can get within 10 seconds, I think we'll be good on a pit stop.
50, 55.
Within 7.
That's the quickest one so far.
Theoretically, we could win the race
Still 7 seconds off
with
the
another
lead.
2-tire stop.
He's willing to work with you as long as you stay out his way. Fuel's down to half. Things are working well with him. Let's keep it that way.
Johnny Benson just bailed to come down pit road. And I'm not close enough to hit Rusty Wallace's draft. And I drove away from everybody else that was behind me.
Awesome lap. Let's keep working that line.
Talk about a conundrum. Dang it, Johnny Benson. Why'd you have to come down so early?
The left rear's getting warm. We got some cars headed down pit road.
I think 2 tires and fuel will be the right choice here. 3.8 left in the tank.
Dig, buddy, dig, dig, dig.
Losing time to the leader.
Leader's interval's about 9 seconds. Take care of your car. We'll get him.
38 car is down low. Clear. Car low. All clear, buddy.
Keep an eye on your mirror. He's not too happy with you.
Number 23 is looking.
Come down now.
Car high.
Several of the crews now on the wall as the cars begin to make what should be scheduled pit stops. The field heading down and
Oh my gosh.
a good chance for teams to make changes. We'll see who can win.
I kid you not, we were probably at 71.
And now the crew will go to
Guys, move faster. What?
They're going to change 2 tires. Looking for other adjustments. Don't see any. 1 can of fuel is going in. Will there be a second can? No, there won't. 2 tires.
Y'all took 2 seconds to get off the wall. What?
That was a clean stop. No mistakes. Just what this team needed.
Clear. 84, 85.
Kevin LePaging.
5 more laps.
Number 6 is right behind you. The 6 car is up high. All clear, buddy.
Thank you, Jeff Gordon 24, for not running me over. Got the 21 car ahead.
Car is trying to block you. Car low.
You gave him a bump. He's gonna give it right back to you when he gets a chance.
You're clear.
The most lackadaisical I'm going to block you I've ever seen. The car's fine, no major damage,
21 is trying a block.
but I think we can use Ricky Rudd to our advantage.
58, 49.
This is between you and the leaders. 2.5 seconds.
When I share drafted with the 10, we gained time,
Your right front tire's wearing down.
and Ricky Rudd is fast enough for us to gain that time as well.
No one's gonna be friendly out there.
The 21 car is throwing a block on you.
What I want him to do. Talladega, throw all the blocks you can, man. We're gaining on the leaders.
Now let's work our way to the front.
Number 21 isn't going to let you by easily.
I don't feel like this is necessarily the fastest way around this track. Man, we've gained 0.3 of a lap because we're running this very high line. I feel like if Ricky Rudd came down lower, we might gain a little bit faster.
Halfway on fuel.
We've gained, we just haven't gained enough. Okay. Somebody tell me to shut up and just drive. Ricky Rudd, my word, my man. Slingshot. I got Tony Stewart now. Oh, this is going to come down to it, isn't it?
That was your best lap of the day.
Okay, we're clear.
Slingshot.
Going inside. Number 20 is still there.
They sold every seat in this track, but nobody's using it. Checkered flag is in the air. The leader makes his way to the line. This is the moment of the race.
Ah, did I slingshot too soon?
Careful. Still there. The 20 car has got a run on you.
I think we slingshot too soon, but you know what?
Third place run.
P3, baby. Let's go. Let's do it. P3. Better than the last time we're here. And we beat Joe Nemechek.
A rare caution-free race.
Well, that's good news for all these race teams because that can mean one thing: no major wrecks.
The 53 car really did a fantastic job keeping his car away from trouble all race long.
You know, these NASCAR Winston Cup race teams absolutely love drivers who take care of their cars. Makes their jobs a whole lot easier when they aren't having to spend extra hours in the body shop each week.
The 53 car has begun a new rivalry on the racetrack.
Should be interesting next time they get next to each other on the racetrack. At this point, nobody wants to back down, and we could see some sparks fly.
This is Joe Moore for Barney Hall saying thanks for joining us for today's NASCAR Winston Cup race. We'll see you next week at Kansas.
We got a new friend in Johnny Benson. That's about all I would really care to say. We also had the best lap. We made money. No big deal right now. But take a look at this. We led 2 laps. Mark Martin finished first, which means he strengthened his points lead. Dale Jarrett finished second. I finished third. Tony Stewart was fourth. I mean, that took away points from Tony Stewart, championship points battle leader. Ricky Rudd, Jeff Gordon, Joe Nemechek, Sterling Marlin, Rusty Wallace, and Johnny Benson round out your top 10. Of note, because everybody is really curious about how that 42 car finished, it looks like Jamie McMurray finished down in 38th after starting dead last. And Dale Jr. didn't do as hot as he was supposed to. He finished 37th. And if I remember, and I'm not mistaken, Jr. was running close to me before I had that pit miscue happen. So for him to fall at a restrictor plate, it's kind of crazy. Anyways, we wound up finishing out the race. Kyle Petty wound up falling out 5 laps in due to engine troubles, but the point standings have changed pretty dramatically. Let's head back to the race shop in Atlanta, very short drive, and figure out what's next. Back at the shop, Kansas is next. We don't really have anything to do in the team management screen since we already started all that beforehand. But for those that may be curious about the car's condition after one race, I got you. Taking a look back at it, we lost 3 points of condition overall on each of the parts that were in the race. No big deal, not a big problem. It sucks a little bit, but that's kind of how car conditions work. We might bring that same car to a few other tracks while we're waiting on things to kind of work out. As it stands right now, Mark Martin is pulling a bigger lead on Tony Stewart with 86 points above. The second place driver, Kevin Harvick and Jeff Gordon, are still within a shot, but they are rapidly losing that window. I'm not really sure if Dale Jarrett through Jimmy Johnson can make it. Bobby Labonte is definitely way out of there at 763 points behind. So it's really the Mark Martin show. And I think this confirms to me that there is a momentum system in NASCAR Thunder 04 because Mark Martin had some pretty good races, and now he's begun to kind of just be very consistent. So there might have been a unique momentum system that was in this game. With all his top 15s and top 10s, that's what I'm beginning to think. He's even got a better average finish than he's ever had in, well, everything they've actually have listed in most of his career. So I think we're looking at probably the most peak Mark Martin form we've ever seen. Of course, that all comes down to if he's going to finish it all out. We were 16th in the standings. We're still 16th in the standings. We're just a little bit closer now to Ward Burton and Sterling Marlin, but we still got a little ways to go, and Matt Kenseth is still rapidly breathing down my neck. The good news is that we have a bigger space gap to Jamie McMurray, who's in 20th. He's holding 20th for us. We're in 16th. We're ahead of Matt Kenseth. Actually, I think we moved up because I think we were 17th. Kenseth was still ahead of us last time. I think we finally moved up over Kenseth, which is huge. And we still have a chance to get potentially into the top 15 and maybe even 14th overall. we've got work to do. We got a car to do it. And we got a race team to do it. Kansas is next. If you like today's video, hit that like and subscribe button. It has been real. It's been a real pleasure, and I enjoy keeping the car as clean as possible. So just for the record, I can run a very clean race, but just letting you know. I'll see you guys next time. Be easy, everybody.